Today in this video, I'm going to do a follow-up to the video I did the other day talking about the interest rate. So in this video, we're going to talk about what is the best interest rate for the type of loan that you are doing. Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. Okay, I just want to do a quick video because we need to talk about not only how to get the best interest rate, but what's the best interest rate for your loan, okay? Because everyone's situation is going to be different, just like everyone has a different credit score. Everyone may have a different debt to income ratio. So no two people's interest rates will be the same. But what I want to do is I want to jump on the computer right quick and we're going to talk about the rates that you see online versus what the real rate is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at bank rate today. And one thing, like when you start on bank rate, you'll click when you start on the home page, it'll ask you, what are you looking for? So if you're just trying to see the rates for the day, you're buying a house, you're going to click on home purchase, okay? So the next thing you're going to see is it'll ask you for your zip code. I already have my zip code put in here. And it just assumes a purchase price, a 20% down payment, and a credit score of 740 or more with a 30-year fixed rate loan. What I want y'all to see is this right here. It says today, Tuesday, August the 9th, the national average for a 30-year fixed mortgage annual percentage rate is 5.540. Okay, it's already telling you the average right here is 5.540. Okay, so then when you come down and you're looking at these interest rates and you like, oh, okay, well, I should be able to get like I don't know why my loan officer is telling me that it's going to cause, that my interest rate is going to be in the fives. Well, again, like I told you, if you're doing more, if you're putting less than 20% down, if you have less than a 740 credit score, your interest rate is going to be different. But what I want y'all to see is right here. Okay, let's take this one. Sage. I don't know this mortgage company. They look like they got a good rating, 4.8. And they're talking about this is all on a 15-year. Okay, let me scroll down. My bad. So let's go down here where they're talking about a 30-year fixed rate. Okay, and so you're thinking, well, I ought to be able to get a lower rate than what my my loan originator or whatever is telling me. How come I can't get like a 4.5% interest rate? Again, if you don't have the 740 or higher and you're putting down less than 20%, it's automatically going to be higher, okay? But look right here. To get this 4.5% interest rate, you got to pay almost 2 points. And it tells you when you hover over it, this is an extra $5,819 addition to the upfront cost of the loan. That means that's additional closing costs. You're paying those points. So you're going to have to bring an extra $5,819 just to get this. But that's still assuming that you have a 740 or higher score and you're putting 20% down. If this is not the case, it's not going to be that. So let's say you've got a 675 credit score, okay? And let's say you're only going to put down 5%, okay? So number one, this already changed the amount of the down payment you're bringing. So you got to bring at least $18,240 to the table just to get this rate because you're at a 680 credit score and you're doing only 5% down. So then let's see what that 30-year looks like, okay? Right, there's one right here that says, okay, let's take Sage, like I was previously saying. It's 5.125 is the interest rate. But you got to pay 1.616 in points. So you got to bring an extra $5,641 to the table. So when we talk about what is the best interest rate, the best interest rate is the best interest rate for your criteria, for your credit score, for the type of loan that you're doing. And keep in mind, these are all conventional. These are conventional mortgage rates. This is not an FHA. This is not a USDA. This is a conventional mortgage rate, assuming then you're going to fall into the conventional parameters of you normally don't have more than a 36 or 38% loan to value, debt to income. So keep that in mind. You're going to have a lower debt to income. You're going to have a lower loan to value to get those rates. You're going to have a higher credit score. But for average people, if you're average, you're just putting 5% down, you're going conventional, you've got a 680 credit score, you're doing a 30-year fixed rate, you're looking at rates in the high 5s to the 6s, depending on, and that's without any points. So when you looking at, and then you trying to get down some, you may have to pay, if you want these lower 5s, you may have to pay points. That's just all there is to it. So that's how you determine what is the best interest rate for you. So not only do you see the difference of how many points you have to pay to get some of these interest rates that seem extremely low or that seem lower than what you were quoted. Keep in mind, again, those rates are based on you having a 740 or higher score and at least 20% down. Now, if you're doing an FHA loan, and let's say you're putting down the minimum, you're putting down 3.5, that interest rate is going to be pretty much the same across lenders. It may vary an eighth of a point, maybe even a quarter of a point from one lender to the next, but it's not enough to make a difference. Meaning you will have a higher interest rate when you have a higher loan to value. If you're doing 100% loan, you will not have an interest rate in the 4s. It's just not going to happen. Even if it can be it's a government-backed loan, it's a Fannie Mae, it's a Freddie Mac, it's a whatever. When you're getting into your 95s, your 97s, your 100% interest rates, your loan to values, you will never have that super low interest rate that you see advertised. Now, on that same tip, what you need to realize on those really low interest rates that we just looked at on bank rate, okay? Not only is it a 740 credit score or higher, and it's 20% down or more, it may have you capped at a DTI of 25%. Or 30%. So this is why I'm saying no two people have the same exact scenario are going to get the same exact rate. And even then, you can still pay points to change that interest rate some. Some people have the cash on hand to do that and some people don't. But what you need to realize is that just because you see a rate advertised, there's a whole lot of stipulations with that. Not only paying 2-3 points, okay? You may have to, that again, those are usually for those unicorn type people, meaning you squeaky clean. This is going to be your primary residence. It's not an investment property. It's not a duplex. It's not a triplex. It's not any of that, okay? It may be, you can't get that same rate on a condo as you can on a house. There's a whole lot of different variables for that super low interest rate. But just know, if you're doing 81% or higher, you're not going to get that rate. You're not going to get that rate on those terms. It's just not going to happen. So for those of us who are doing a 90, a 95, a 97, 100%, you will not get those rock bottom rates. So don't even let that stress you. Don't let that stress you. Just be happy in the fact that you're about to become a homeowner, you're an investor adding to your portfolio, whatever your situation is. Just because you got to pay a little bit higher rate than these teaser rates that you see out here. The teaser rates, again, are to make the phone ring. They are to make that lender's phone ring. And then they're going to try to put you in a different loan at a totally different rate anyway. So don't let those teaser rates that you see advertised throw you off your game. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in Nashville. If you need help with buying a home here in Nashville, I would be happy to help you. You can give me a call at any time. My cell phone number is 615-554-0832. Thank you, and as always, have a blessed day.